So what's the security guard actually doing all day? First and foremost, it's fighting off outside sickness, keeping things from entering the body. But it's also a ridiculously smart shield that controls your body temperature. Getting too hot? Wei Qi opens your pores so you can sweat and cool down. Freezing cold? It slams those pores shut to trap the heat inside. It even warms your internal organs and feeds your skin and hair. It's literally your ultimate first line of defense.
I worked as a banker for 30 years, but now I work as an acupuncturist.
Welcome to this explainer. Okay, today we're diving into something really fascinating, the ancient Eastern concept of qi. I know that word can sound a little mysterious, but we're going to break it down into simple, easy-to-understand parts. By the time we're done here, you're going to see your body's energy in a completely new light. We've got a great roadmap today. We'll start with what qi actually is, and then we'll explore 4 specific types of body energy: Yuan qi, Zong qi, Ying qi, and Wei qi, before pulling it all together into one complete energy system. Let's get to it.
Section 1. What exactly is qi?
You know, people hear the word qi, and they often think it's some kind of magic. But in ancient Eastern philosophy, it's actually incredibly practical. Think of it literally as the basic energy and fundamental building block that makes up the universe and, well, everything in the human body. It is your life force, the juice that keeps your biological machine running day in and day out.
So where is this energy actually coming from? It's basically a simple equation. Breathing clean air plus eating good food equals energy for the body. It really is that straightforward. You are constantly building up your qi just by taking a deep breath of fresh air and digesting the nutrients from your lunch. It's your body's daily refueling process.
Moving on to Section 2. Yuan qi, the foundation. All right, let's talk about Yuan qi, or what's known as original energy. This is arguably the most important type of energy in your entire body. Why? Well, because you actually don't create it from scratch. You inherit this energy directly from your parents the moment you're born. It's created and housed right in your kidneys. You can almost think of Yuan qi as your body's factory-installed battery. So how does this battery actually operate? It starts deep down in your kidneys, but then it spreads all the way outward to your skin, literally powering every single tissue in your body. But, and this is a pretty big but, it doesn't just last forever on its own. After you're born, you have to constantly top it off and replenish it with food and water. The golden rule here? The more full your Yuan qi battery is, the healthier you are. Simple as that.
All right, Section 3. Zong qi, the engine.
If Yuan qi is the battery, Zong qi is the engine, and it sits right smack in the center of your chest. Building it is a simple 3-step process. 1. You breathe clean air into your lungs. 2. You digest your food to extract those vital nutrients. And 3. Those 2 elements completely combine and gather right there in your chest. It's your heart and lungs teaming up to build a massive central power source. And once that engine is revved up, it has some serious heavy lifting to do. Zong qi is absolutely all about movement. It physically pushes your breathing process, it literally forces the blood to move through your veins, and it helps power all your physical movements. Since it's so tightly tied to outward physical actions like speaking, seeing, moving around, Eastern medicine actually often refers to it as moving qi. Next up, Section 4, Ying qi, the nutrients. Now we're getting into Ying qi, which acts as your body's internal delivery system. You can think of this as your nutrient energy. It's a super rich, dense energy that's made directly from the food you eat. But here's what makes it unique. Unlike those other types of energy that kind of float freely around the body, Ying qi lives exclusively inside your blood vessels. It stays strictly inside the plumbing, you could say, of your circulatory system. Its job is incredibly focused. Ying qi is what pushes your blood forward, actively feeding nutrients to all your body's tissues along the journey. Because it travels so tightly packed together with your actual physical blood, ancient medicine essentially combines them into one unified term, Ying blood. They're a tag team, working perfectly together to nourish you from the inside out. Which brings us to Section 5, Wei qi, the shield. Wei qi is, without a doubt, your body's fast-moving security guard. It is the absolute fastest, most active energy you have. Now, remember how Ying qi hides deep inside your blood vessels? Well, Wei qi does the exact opposite. It lives on the absolute outside of your body, hovering just over the skin. It completely envelops you to form this invisible, totally protective layer. So what's the security guard actually doing all day?
First and foremost, it's fighting off outside sickness, keeping things from entering the body. But it's also a ridiculously smart shield that controls your body temperature. Getting too hot? Wei Qi opens your pores so you can sweat and cool down. Freezing cold? It slams those pores shut to trap the heat inside. It even warms your internal organs and feeds your skin and hair. It's literally your ultimate first line of defense.
Finally, Section 6, a complete energy system.
Let's bring these pieces together, because it really forms this perfect balance. On one hand, you've got Yin Qi staying deep inside the blood vessels, quietly focusing on delivering food and nutrients to your internal tissues. And on the flip side, you have Wei Qi right there on the skin surface, actively defending against sickness and controlling your temperature. One handles the internal feeding, the other takes care of the external fighting. It's an incredible synergy. When we look at how this all fits together, the whole picture becomes so clear. You've got your inherited traits giving you that Yuan Qi battery from birth. Then, the air and food you consume build up your Zong Qi engine in the chest. After that, the energy from your food splits into two distinct paths, creating Ying Qi on the inside for nourishment and Wei Qi on the outside for protection. Every single choice you make maps directly to a different physical zone of your health.
By understanding your health, not just as a bunch of disconnected parts, but as a dynamic, balanced system of these four moving forces, you can start making so much better choices about how you eat, how you breathe, and how you live. You are the mechanic of this incredible machine. So I'll leave you with this. How will you feed your internal engine and protect your outer shield today? Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and keep that qi flowing strong.
I worked as a banker